the Chief Minister Gehlot has spoken to Sonia Gandhi, after which Sonia Gandhi had assured him but asked him to cooperate and not disrupt Bharat Jodo Yatra. Sources meanwhile say that KC Venugopal will hold separate meetings with both the leaders, that is Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. Aishwarya Kapoor, Executive Political Editor, with us on the phone line. Aishwarya, details of what you're picking up from your sources on what is looking like another round of tension between Gehlot and Sachin Pilot, but this meeting with Sonia Gandhi, has she been able to contain the situation?
Well, absolutely. Now, at this point of time, we just need to understand that what is happening in Rajasthan Congress. The priority is Bharat Jodo Yatra. Sonia Gandhi herself taking things in her control, speaking to Ashok Gehlot, speaking to Sachin Pilot, speaking to them in the same tone and saying nothing doing. So priority is not Congress. Priority is Bharat Jodo Yatra. Sonia Gandhi is giving a clear indication to Sachin Pilot that if one word is uttered now amid each other against Ashok Gehlot, or same to Ashok Gehlot, that if one word is uttered against Sachin Pilot, action will happen on both. Then the newly elected Congress president, about which Congress is very happy, Mallikarjun Kharge, forced to call Sachin Pilot and told him that it cannot be allowed that you will rant about your own chief minister. So it's a clear warning to Sachin Pilot as well. And in this, if there is any winner, it seems to be Ashok Gehlot. Because Ashok Gehlot, who's not only responsible for Gujarat elections and moving shoulder to shoulder with the new party president, the message coming in from Sonia Gandhi is that nothing to change till Bharat Jodo Yatra crosses Rajasthan. Once again, priority is Rahul Gandhi and not Congress. Sachin Pilot is desperate. Sachin Pilot is frustrated. The fight between the both is prevailing. It's not a secret anymore. But it's a direct diktat from Sonia Gandhi to Sachin, to Ashok Gehlot, for which KC Venugopal has already landed in Rajasthan, meeting both of them separately, and then in a joint meeting later in the evening tonight itself, in which we can see that photo of that all is well, but then all is not well, and that's the fact. But all of this is happening for Bharat Jodo Yatra. But the larger message is that there is not going to be any change with any immediate effect. And Ashok Gehlot seems to be happy with all of this because it seems to be working for him. Ashok Gehlot feels that his support to Mallikarjun Kharge, his support to the Congress leadership, and he just listening to Sonia Gandhi for not the benefit of the Congress party, but for Bharat Jodo Yatra, for Rahul Gandhi, that there should not be any controversies, any fight within, no question should be asked to Rahul Gandhi regarding the fight within the Congress, that no comment should be made. And the same tone and tenor has been used to Sachin Pilot and told that he should not make any comments on his own chief minister. But who's the winner out of all this? Ashok Gehlot. Because Sachin Pilot is yet not getting anything. Ashok Gehlot remains as the chief minister. He's responsible for Gujarat elections. He has been going to Himachal when the elections were there. And Sachin Pilot is still waiting on empty promises.
All right, Aishwarya, many thanks for getting us those details. And of course, we continue to track every development very closely. For the moment, we slip into a short commercial break. A quick check of what's lined up on the other side. Mega controversy over iffy jury head remark. The Israel filmmaker has called Kashmir Files a vulgar propaganda. And it's a big election controversy that has broken out in Gujarat. Kharge compares Prime Minister Modi with Ravan.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
जागो रे मतदाता जागो, देश के भाग्य विधाता जागो, दिल्ली ने दी है आवाज, दिखलाओ अपना अंदाज। मतदान करो, इस लोकतंत्र का मिलजुल के सम्मान करो तुम।
लोकतंत्र का सम्मान करें हम, आओ मतदान करें हम। 4 दिसंबर 2022 रविवार, पोलिंग बूथ आना न भूलें। राज्य निर्वाचन आयोग दिल्ली द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
Prepare your kids for the changing season. Prevent flu with annual vaccination. Consult your pediatrician for more information.
Disturbed and shocked by the 15th film, by the movie Kashmir Files, that felt to us like a propaganda vulgar movie, inappropriate for an artistic competitive section.
Mega controversy over IFFI jury head remark. The Israeli filmmaker calls it propaganda.
कश्मीर फाइल्स के बारे में उन शख्स को मैं कहूँगा कि भगवान उनको सद्बुद्धि दे, गणपति जी उनको सद्बुद्धि दे, थोड़ी अकल दे।
Big insult to Kashmiri pundits. Filmmaker Vivek Agnihotri, actor Anupam Kher lashes out on the IFFI jury head. Massive drama unfolds in Hyderabad as YSRTP chief is arrested again after her car forcefully opened.
हर जगह कितने हैं भाई, क्या आपके रावण के जैसा सौ मुख है क्या है? समझ में नहीं आता।
Big election controversy breaks out in Gujarat. Kharge compares PM Modi with Ravan. Mega NIA crackdown across nation, raids in Delhi, UP, Punjab in connection with the gangsters. Amid the ongoing border row with Maharashtra, Mumbai to meet JP Nadda today. Viewers getting breaking updates. Another Pakistan drone shot down by BSF in Taran Taran, Punjab. The border security force troops have been deployed at the border. Heard a buzzing sound of suspected drone entering from Pakistan into Indian territory in the area, which in fact falls near a village. Now let's go ahead straight to Gursimran, who's joining us. Gursimran, a Pakistani drone shot down by the BSF. Again and again we see attempts by Pakistan. They are trying to send their drones, and in fact the Indian forces have acted very fast every time and shot down the drones. Gursimran, take us to the details of this latest incident coming in.
See, the latest incident is reported in the Taran Taran district of Punjab, and this was the second Pakistani drone that has been shot down by the border security force in past 24 hours in Punjab. Earlier today morning, a Pakistani drone that came into the Indian territory late last night was brought down by the women constables of the BSF deployed on the forward area in the Amritsar of the Gurdaspur. And today another incident has come into fore where a Pakistani drone carrying 6 kilograms of heroin, the international market worth of which is around 30 crore rupees. Earlier it was 3 kilograms of heroin of around 15 crores, and now 6 kilograms of heroin worth rupees 30 crore has been brought down. It was trying to smuggle the heroin from Pakistan into the Indian territory, but the drone has been brought down by the BSF, and this is a big success, keeping in view that these machines are regularly used to push narcotics into the Indian territory, and the proceeds of sale of narcotics is used for the terror activities in Punjab and other parts of the country.
Well, thank you, Gursimran, for getting us all the details. A drone shot down in Taran in Punjab. Our forces acting fast as usual as well, viewers. And we will be tracking the story very, very closely on Republic TV.
आज बहुत क्षुब्ध है। जिस प्रकार का बयान, जिस प्रकार का वक्तव्य कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष खड़गे साहब ने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के लिए दिया है, उन्होंने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को रावण कहा है, और मुझे लगता है इससे बड़ी धृष्टता इस प्रकार के भाषा का प्रयोग, इस प्रकार का गाली गलोच अपने प्रधानमंत्री के लिए करना, और वह भी गुजरात के सपूत के लिए ऐसे शब्दों का प्रयोग गुजरात में खड़े होकर करना, यह उचित नहीं है, यह निंदनीय है, और कहीं ना कहीं यह कांग्रेस की मानसिकता को दर्शाता है। नरेंद्र मोदी जी गुजरात के वह पुत्र हैं, नरेंद्र मोदी जी वह गुजराती है जो आज ये कहने से अतिशयोक्ति नहीं होगा कि वो गुजरात के स्वाभिमान के रूप में, हिंदुस्तान के प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में विगत 8 वर्षों से काम करते हुए हिंदुस्तान के प्रत्येक गरीब को, हिंदुस्तान के प्रत्येक पिछड़े को, हिंदुस्तान के प्रत्येक मजदूर को किस प्रकार से आगे लिया जा सके, उसका विकास कैसे हो, उसके लिए अनवरत कार्य कर रहे हैं। मैं तो सल्यूट करता हूं गुजरात की भूमि को, पवित्र गुजरात की भूमि को, पवित्र गुजरात की मिट्टी को मैं सल्यूट करता हूं कि उन्होंने ऐसा एक सुपूत हिंदुस्तान को दिया है जिसके लिए पूरे विश्व में आज एक अनुपम छवि बनी है। A leader who is considered as a global leader today across the world, उसको रावण कहना और उसके लिए इस प्रकार के अपशब्दों का प्रयोग करना, यह केवल और केवल मोदी जी का अपमान है, ऐसा नहीं है। मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी, सोनिया गांधी जी, राहुल जी, आप जान ले, यह प्रत्येक गुजराती का अपमान है।
All right, viewers, getting some updates coming in right now. Fresh CCTV footage has now emerged. Now, this is the brutal murder which had happened in East Delhi area. New CCTV has emerged. Remember, a man's body was chopped into pieces and stored in a fridge, and a mother-son duo were held. And right now, viewers, what you see on the screen are exclusive images from that story. The Republic TV is getting you every detail of. Now, of course, we'll soon be joined by our correspondents to help us understand exactly what's happening in this footage that Republic TV has accessed. That this is the brutal murder of a man that had come through. A very shocking story where, in fact, it had a lot of parallels to what had happened with Shraddha, the Shraddha murder as well. Let's go ahead to Harsha, who's joining us as well. Harsha, our viewers are watching this exclusive CCTV footage of the Delhi murder which had surfaced. Let's go ahead and hear from you exactly what our viewers are seeing on this screen.
Exactly. There's a new CCTV footage which has come into the light, and earlier what CCTV footage we saw, they were the CCTV footages from far, but in this CCTV footage we are clearly see that how they are just burying the pieces in the ground, and how clearly in the CCTV footages it can clearly be seen Deepak, who is there at the Ramlila ground, which is near to Pallav Nagar Cinema, the place at night where exactly the pieces were dumped. It was disposed. It was very clear footage of the crime crime they committed and then they disposed of the body pieces. And already Poonam and Deepak have been arrested, but in further interrogation and the CCTV footage, this gory crime could clearly be seen how they committed the entire crime, how they buried the ground and then that pieces, the top pieces of thigh, the skull, were disposed and buried in the ground by them. So there's a new CCTV footage of Punjab Nagar murder which has come into the light. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Ashok, for joining us and getting us all the details. Accused seen with a bag over there, the Delhi murder, horrifying details of this murder. We had told our viewers exactly about the terrible case which had come out from East Delhi area. All right, on that note, it's time for a very short break. We are live and breaking as well, viewers. Coming up, massive drama is unfolding in Hyderabad as the YSR TP chief is arrested once again after her car forcefully was opened. And as a polling day in Gujarat comes closer, big election controversy breaks out in Gujarat. Kharge compares PM Modi with Ravan.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Innovations that are intuitive. Inspired by our today, we design your tomorrow. Some said electric is the future. We said, why stop there? Everyone looks at the world today. But at Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
Viewers, top national update today after Israeli filmmaker Nadav Lapid criticized Hindi film The Kashmir Files at IFFI, the country's envoy to India. Now slammed him, saying he should be ashamed as he had abused in the worst way the Indian invitation to him to chair the panel of judges at the film festival. The remarks in an open letter to Lapid came just after the jury head of the 53rd International Film Festival of India described the Kashmir Files as propaganda and vulgar.
I want to say that it's not a propaganda. Definitely, I would like to say that it was a very strong film and give a place to the people who suffer in Kashmir. I know that Anupam Kher, his family came from Kashmir, and it's also connected to this issue. And I think it's very, very important for me to be here today, along with this fantastic actor, fantastic man, and a good friend.
The debate over the Kashmir Files will strengthen relations between India and Israel, is what Israel's Consul General to Midwest India said today while distancing himself and the state from filmmaker Nadav Lapid's remark on the film. In fact, the Consul General, who shared the stage with the actor Anupam Kher at a press conference, said that the Kashmir Files is not propaganda but a strong movie that gives space and place to suffering of the people of Kashmir.
Landing from Goa is to call him, to apologize. To apologize to the people of Kashmir. This, sorry to say, stupid declaration, which we don't have any control about. Such speak, nobody has the control, and I think Anupam make it in a very clear way. We don't have any control.
Veteran actor Anupam Kher said it is shameful on the part of IFFI head Nadev Lapid to term the film propaganda vulgar at the festival's closing ceremony. He said if the Holocaust was right, then the exodus of Kashmiri Pandits is also right. This seems pre-planned because immediately after it, the Toolkit gang became active. It's shameful for him to make a statement like this, even though he comes from a community of Jews who suffered from the Holocaust. Israeli Consul General later met with Anupam Kher at his residence.
Toolkit gang. I call them unhappy, dissatisfied people who are unhappy about everything. And there you will find such people in every country, because the success of Kashmir Files is a big blow to them, because it changes their narrative, the narrative that they have in mind. But it's okay. This is fine. This too shall pass. In fact, people who have not seen Kashmir Files will go back to Z5 and watch the movie again.
YSRTP chief YS Sharmila has been arrested by the Hyderabad police while staging a dharna against the Telangana Chief Minister KCR. Her car was towed away to the station and it's...
क्योंकि इस तरह की बातें तो सारे टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, अर्बन नक्सल्स और भारत के टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वाले लोग हमेशा से बोलते ही आए हैं। लेकिन मेरे लिए जो एक बहुत ही आश्चर्यजनक बात हुआ है कि भारत सरकार द्वारा आयोजित भारत सरकार के मंच पे कश्मीर को भारत से अलग करने वाले टेररिस्ट लोगों के नैरेटिव को सपोर्ट किया गया और उस बात को लेके भारत में ही रहने वाले कई भारतीयों ने उसका इस्तेमाल किया भारत के अगेंस्ट। आखिर ये लोग कौन हैं? ये वही लोग हैं जो कश्मीर फाइल्स के 4 साल पहले जब मैंने रिसर्च चालू किया था तब से इस फिल्म को प्रोपेगेंडा बोल रहे हैं। 700 लोगों के पर्सनल इंटरव्यूज के बाद ये फिल्म बनी है। क्या वो 700 लोगों जिनके माँ बाप भाई बहनों को सरेआम काट दिया गया, गैंगरेप किया गया, 2 टुकड़ों में बांट दिया गया, क्या वो सब लोग प्रोपेगेंडा और अश्लील बातें कर रहे थे? जो पूरी तरह से एक हिंदू लैंड हुआ करता था, आज वहां हिंदू नहीं रहते हैं। उस लैंड में आज भी आपकी आंखों के सामने चुन चुन के हिंदुओं को मारा जाता है। क्या ये प्रोपेगेंडा और अश्लील बात है? यासीन मलिक ने अपने टेरर के जुर्मों को कबूल करके आज वो जेल में सड़ रहा है। क्या ये प्रोपेगेंडा और अश्लील बात है? दोस्तों, ये बार बार सवाल उठता है कि कश्मीर फाइल्स जो है वो एक प्रोपेगेंडा फिल्म है, मतलब वहां कभी हिंदुओं का जेनोसाइड हुआ ही नहीं। तो आज मैं विश्व के सारे बुद्धिजीवियों को, इन अर्बन नक्सल्स को चैलेंज करता हूं, इन महान फिल्म मेकर जो इजराइल से आए उनको भी चैलेंज करता हूं कि कश्मीर फाइल्स का एक शॉट, एक डायलॉग, इवेंट कोई अगर प्रूव कर दे कि ये पूरी तरह से सत्य नहीं है तो मैं फिल्में बनाना छोड़ दूंगा। दोस्तों, ये लोग हैं कौन जो हमेशा भारत के अगेंस्ट खड़े होते हैं? ये वही लोग हैं जिन्होंने मोपला का सत्य किसी के सामने नहीं आने दिया, जिन्हें डायरेक्ट एक्शन डे जहां लाखों हिंदू मारे गए थे उनका सत्य सामने आने नहीं दिया, कश्मीर का सत्य सामने आने नहीं दिया। ये वही लोग हैं जो भारत में कोविड के वक्त जलती चिताओं को चंद डॉलरों में बेच रहे थे और आज जब मैंने वैक्सीन वॉर को अनाउंस किया है तो उसके अगेंस्ट खड़े हो गए। पर मैं डरने वालों में से नहीं हूं। आपको जितने फतवे इशू करने हैं करिए, लेकिन मैं लड़ता रहूंगा। जय हिंद।
All right, viewers, we just heard Vivek Agnihotri speak there, making very, very strong statements, saying that Hindus are still being killed. Is it propaganda? And he's also saying that prove that a single shot that is not real in the movie. And he's also saying and giving a challenge that if someone can prove it, he will stop making films if proven wrong. And he also said we will not be scared, we'll keep fighting as well. Viewers, remember that the Israel Consul General to India and the Bollywood actor Anupam Kher had together addressed a joint press conference over Israeli filmmaker and IFFI jury head Nadav Lapid's controversial remark on the Kashmir files. And the row erupted when the Israeli filmmaker Lapid labeled the Vivek Agnihotri directed film The Kashmir Files as propaganda and vulgar at the 53rd International Film Festival of India, IFFI in Goa. And right now, viewers, the Kashmir Files filmmaker is throwing an open challenge. He's saying, Vivek Agnihotri is clearly saying that prove that a single shot in the movie The Kashmir Files was not real. And if someone can prove that, he will stop making films if someone can prove that. Also saying that I will not be scared and we will keep fighting as well. Now, the controversy had erupted when the IFFI jury head Lapid said that we are all disturbed and shocked by the 15th film, the movie The Kashmir Files. It felt to us like propaganda, a vulgar movie. All right, on that note, Vivek Agnihotri has said that he will keep fighting, will not back down. Let's take a very short break, viewers. We continue to be live and breaking.
Few weeks back, when police was searching the pieces and the skull of Shraddha, at that time, human flesh was found in the sewer of Pandav Nagar. Anjan Das, who was brutally killed by his wife and son named Poonam and Deepak in Pandav Nagar area. They chopped the pieces of the man in several pieces, kept it in the fridge, and then disposed the pieces gradually day by day at night.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call DEN toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
मेरी नजरों से चुना, तेरी हरकतों से सुना.
वो सपना जो बुना, तुझे लगा गुनगुना.
कभी जीती तू, कभी मैं हारा. फिर भी खूबसूरत है ये नजारा, क्योंकि इसमें है खुला
कुछ मेरा, कुछ तुम्हारा.
इसलिए ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स, सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा. अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए कुछ मेरा, कुछ तुम्हारा.
आइए नए उत्तर प्रदेश की क्षमता और असीमित अवसरों से सफलता की नई कहानी लिखें. यूपी ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टर्स समिट 10 से 12 फरवरी 2023. नए भारत के ग्रोथ इंजन उत्तर प्रदेश में निवेश करें.
This is low parallel in Mumbai, where this is a scene that we've seen throughout this road. About 100 cars behind me, 200 people in all, and Republic TV is on the pickup truck that's leading the rally. So that's the situation here in Dadar. Very crowded because this is essentially the vegetable market, and people will have to pick up their daily supplies. Rajji, 4 दिन की रिमांड है, 4 दिन की रिमांड. Rajji!
This is a dastardly attack. This is an act which only smacks of cowardice. Look at this. This is the Noonwan base camp. Look at how many Yatris are in fact still around. Know how and why did so many people die? Who was responsible? Were permissions sought? Were permissions even given? Dr. Swami sir, P. Chidambaram is officially missing. Where do you think he could be hiding? I want to know from you, when you hear about the man Parambir, the very fact, ma'am, that he's an IPS officer, but missing for 200 plus days, no one knows where he is. How can such a thing be possible? Why is Satyendra Jain still a minister? Now, Dr. Saab, tell us something. Just on the look of it, just on the look of this, what kind of a physiotherapy is this, sir? Do you also give such physiotherapy to your patients?
दोस्तों, कल इफी गोवा में वहां एक ज्यूरी के चेयरमैन ने बोला कि द कश्मीर फाइल्स एक प्रोपेगेंडा और वल्गर फिल्म है। मेरे लिए कोई नई बात नहीं है, क्योंकि इस तरह की बातें तो सारे टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, अर्बन नक्सल्स और भारत के टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वाले लोग हमेशा से बोलते ही आए हैं। लेकिन मेरे लिए जो एक बहुत ही आश्चर्यजनक बात हुआ है कि भारत सरकार द्वारा आयोजित भारत सरकार के मंच पे कश्मीर को भारत से अलग करने वाले टेररिस्ट लोगों के नैरेटिव को सपोर्ट किया गया और उस बात को लेके भारत में ही रहने वाले कई भारतीयों ने उसका इस्तेमाल किया भारत के अगेंस्ट। आखिर ये लोग कौन हैं? ये वही लोग हैं जो कश्मीर फाइल्स के 4 साल पहले जब मैंने रिसर्च चालू किया था तब से इस फिल्म को प्रोपेगेंडा बोल रहे हैं। 700 लोगों के पर्सनल इंटरव्यूज के बाद ये फिल्म बनी है। क्या वो 700 लोगों जिनके मां बाप, भाई बहनों को सरेआम काट दिया गया, गैंगरेप किया गया, 2 टुकड़ों में बांट दिया गया, क्या वो सब लोग प्रोपेगेंडा और अश्लील बातें कर रहे थे? जो पूरी तरह से एक हिंदू लैंड हुआ करता था, आज वहां हिंदू नहीं रहते हैं। उस लैंड में आज भी आपकी आंखों के सामने चुन चुन के हिंदुओं को मारा जाता है। क्या ये प्रोपेगेंडा और अश्लील बात है? यासीन मलिक ने अपने टेरर के जुर्मों को कबूल करके आज वो जेल में सड़ रहा है। क्या ये प्रोपेगेंडा और अश्लील बात है? दोस्तों, ये बार बार सवाल उठता है कि कश्मीर फाइल्स जो है वो एक प्रोपेगेंडा फिल्म है, मतलब वहां कभी हिंदुओं का जेनोसाइड हुआ ही नहीं। तो आज मैं विश्व के सारे बुद्धिजीवियों को, इन अर्बन नक्सल्स को चैलेंज करता हूं, इन महान फिल्म मेकर जो इजराइल से आए उनको भी चैलेंज करता हूं कि कश्मीर फाइल्स का एक शॉट, एक डायलॉग, इवेंट कोई अगर प्रूव कर दे कि ये पूरी तरह से सत्य नहीं है तो मैं फिल्में बनाना छोड़ दूंगा। दोस्तों, ये लोग हैं कौन जो हमेशा भारत के अगेंस्ट खड़े होते हैं? ये वही लोग हैं जिन्होंने मोपला का सत्य किसी के सामने नहीं आने दिया, जिन्हें डायरेक्ट एक्शन डे जा
So why is there so much of controversy about what we've heard from Nadav Lapid, the Israeli filmmaker? And why today people are so very angry? What is it that people who have closely worked with the movie, who are actually the soul of the movie, Anupam Kher, if I may call you so, you've been the soul of the movie, you know, you've spent a lifetime to bring out a story that had to be told today. But the obvious question first up I want to understand, sir, from you is that when you heard these words being said at an international stage in Ife in Goa, vulgar propaganda, what were your first thoughts? Why do you believe such words were even used for a movie as important as the Kashmir Files?
Only a sick person can think like that, or mentally unstable person. There is no other logic or any other explanation. So I thought somebody can have a mental imbalance for some moments. But I think it's more than that, it's all planned. It's all planned. Otherwise, if you are a filmmaker or a jury chairperson or a jury member, you may not like the film. You can say it that we did not like the film. But nobody on the jury stage says that also. I've attended a lot of international film festivals. Jury discusses it among themselves and then they say, okay, we have not liked it. That's why it's not, does not get any prize or it does not get selected. But the fact that he used these words, I will say sick, mentally disturbed, or absolutely planned agenda. He was obviously representing a section of people for whom this film has always been an agenda. This film has always been propaganda. So apart from trying to sort of make a statement, he also exposed himself that he is not only a very, very insensitive filmmaker, but he is also a completely loony person. It's disgusting, it's saddening. How can you call somebody vulgar propaganda film where 500,000 people had to leave their homes, their memories, their surroundings on one night, 19th of January 1990? How can you call people which were denied any justification of their tragedy for 32 years? That means they really are completely blinded by the fact that their hatred towards their own self and towards the people is so beyond words that they will say anything to make their tragedy not a tragedy at all.
In fact, Mr. K, right from the time the film released and earlier on when people knew that a film like this is being made, there have been attempts ever since by several elements, the lobby so as to say, to run this film down on multiple levels and insult the Hindu genocide, despite the fact that they know that the film came out with such numbers and the very fact that it touched a chord with people. The very fact that people had gone through this and they understood that the reality was out there on the screen. But even a year on, after its release, after the kind of success it has seen, people still are making that attempt to run it down. And you made your share of calls at IFFI to find out about this man and how the statement was really made. And you did find out that this was pre-planned. There was a conspiracy to it.
Absolutely, because it does not suit a section of people here that this tragedy should come out, that there was a Hindu genocide. They don't want to believe that this genocide is not only happening from 1990, it has been going on for a long time. Kashmir was a completely Hindu state. They are now the people who are living there are converted Kashmiri Hindus. That's why Rishi Kashyap, the word Kashmir comes from Rishi Kashyap. But in the present scenario, it did not suit them that the tragedy or such a big genocide, the world came to know about it. So when you don't want that to happen, you coin words like propaganda, you coin words like, with this, according to this guy, vulgar propaganda. He added to that. He added to that word propaganda to make it a little more impactful, because it doesn't suit them that this is what happened. That's not their narrative. So they want to change that narrative. They want the world to know that only certain section of people get tortured. There are certain section of people are victims. They don't want, it doesn't want to suit them. And after, when the film became such a big hit and it touched people's heart all over the world, they chose this platform to come back again. And before he could finish his statement, the toolkit gang got activated and they started rejoicing. Dekha, humne kaha tha. You can make out within 20 minutes they were trending. They were all prepared. Not that it's important, but I spoke to somebody and they said that this man was missing the whole night. And I spoke to some official people who said that this man was missing previous night. So obviously he was meeting certain people to discuss the strategy, because why will he take out? He also took away the glory of this amazingly organized film festival of India, which gave us an international platform worldwide in the world of entertainment. He took away the hard work done by administrative people. He took away the hard work of all those filmmakers whose films were being screened over there. And it was really a very well organized show. And just one person with his that particular croonies took away the sheen and the glory of this such a prestigious film festival. And also who became the victims of it? Kashmiri Hindus. And he comes from a country where they have gone through Holocaust. So if he calls this vulgar propaganda film, I am sure, will he call Schindler's List a vulgar propaganda film? Will he call Life is Beautiful a vulgar propaganda film? Will he call The Pianist a vulgar propaganda film? He will not, because it doesn't suit him there. Over here, it's easy for him because there are so many other people who will come out of their small little places and say, yes, he's right.
Now, Mr. Kher, I think when you say that, it's important, whether because, it's Life is Beautiful, the Schindler's List, clearly, again, these are movies that
bring out the truth. Movies that have been spoken about, told about the world over.
They're all Oscar
but when
winners.
it comes to Kashmir files, why is there so much unease? Yes. Yes, sir.
They're all
I
Oscar
was saying,
winners.
why is there so much unease in a particular
They're all
ecosystem?
applauded. Yeah, I understood.
They're celebrated movies, absolutely.
Because
you
I
use the
think they
word
want
the
to
toolkit gang.
project-
You say there is an ecosystem.
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. No, yes, there is a tool gang.
Okay, so I'll just complete the
toolkit gang.
question,
Of
sir.
course there is. Why do people the same usual suspect come up whenever there is Article 370 gets abrogated, whenever triple talaq is demolished completely, whenever there is a thing about CAA, all these similar people come out and sort of oppose it. The moment something like this will happen, you will hear these people talking about it. So obviously either they are on a payroll or they are sort of now to call them also anti-national is not a very nice thing, because they're thin-skinned about that also. So I don't want to call them anti-national. They are very much nationalistic or whatever it is, but their agendas are different. We are the 5th largest economy in the world.
But just
Maybe
a follow-up question, sir.
People do not want us to be progress. Maybe.
Now, who really are these people? Do you believe these are people mocking pain in the hatred of Modi because they are against the current dispensation? Is this the reason why you see so much of unease and an entire ecosystem that erupts in joy the moment you have such a statement that is being made in an international fora?
Well, you have all the rights to hate a person, even though he is the Prime Minister of the country and democratically chosen with full majority. You may have it, but you can't hate country. You can't hate the tragedy of people. You can't mock the pain and trauma of people. You can't make fun of genocide. You can't call it vulgar. It's absolutely criminal to do that. And maybe there is no morality left in certain people. You find they have their own reasons to not like the Prime Minister. Fine, it's okay. I can understand that because they were used to this entitlement. They were used to ruling the country for such a long time. Nobody was talking about India, the greatest country in the world. So fine, but at least don't become such inhuman people that you do not recognize tragedy. You do not recognize trauma. You do not recognize humiliation and hurt of other people. How can you become such people? Because then you don't believe in anything. Then you can't be a father, you can't be a mother, you can't be a brother, you can't be a sister, you can't be a son, because those relationships are the relationships which sort of palpitate that you have a heart. But if you are so heartless, how do you conduct your life?
Absolutely, and in extension to what you're saying, sir, I also wanted to ask you about the use of a creative platform to peddle such a narrative time and again. And these are the usual suspects, be it in India or internationally, those same usual names that emerge every single time, where it is not just about running down a film on these lines, but also pushing their whole narrative, that anti-India narrative, and here in this case, a reality of everyone knowing of the Pandit exodus and what the Hindus had to face. But not only is it insensitive to really understand, but the very fact that they make sure they are opportunists, they make sure that they never let that chance go to peddle that narrative.
Absolutely. So they are. I can't even say that they need to be pitied. No, I think they should be always called out. They should be always shouted down upon. They should be always insulted, humiliated, and singled out because they can't get away with this. So if there is one voice like that, there should be thousands and thousands of voices which should condemn what they are saying, because they are not even 0.1% of the majority of the country. They're nobodies. But because they make these statements, we discuss them on television studios. But doesn't mean that if they can speak like this, there are so many faceless people who after Kashmir files come and hug me and say, I'm sorry that I did not know about this tragedy. And you can't do a business of 350 crores, not only from money point of view, but from also that how many people are touched and felt guilty about the tragedy of Kashmiri Pandits. So you can't take away that. But every time a person like this gentleman, or whatever, whether he's a gentleman or not, whenever a person like that makes a statement like this, we should pounce on him. We should crush the thoughts that he has or he spreads in this country.
Okay, and Mr. Kher, you spoke about the usual suspects, but we also do see a lot of political parties, the main opposition party. Sir, the last question before we let you go, sir. The last question. Just the last question, so only 30 seconds. You have the Congress, the PDP, you also have, a fraternity in Bollywood who has latched on to that entire comment. Why? Why is it so fashionable to run down the countries? And what is your message to all of them today?
But aren't the same people every time? They are the caricatures. The moment something, that this face will pop up, this face will pop up, this person will say this. They are so predictable. They should be ignored. What else? होते हैं मोहल्ले में कोई ना कोई इस तरह का बंदा होता है जो हर चीज़ से दुखी होता है. शादी में हर में कोई ना कोई ऐसा जो हर चीज़ में दुखी होते हैं. ये दुखी आत्माएं हैं. इन पर तरस आना चाहिए. बहुत अफसोस है इनके ऊपर. इनको इसी बार में इनको जानेंगे इसी चीज़ के लोग. इनके काम से इनको नहीं जानेंगे. आप जिस कमरे में बैठी हैं वहाँ पर आप एक बार कैमरामैन ज़रा थोड़े से आप घुमाइए ज़रा इसको, ये इनको दिखाइए. ये थोड़ा सा मेरा कमरा है, मैंने जानबूझकर यहाँ नहीं बिठाया, बट जब देखिए मेरे काम से जाना जाएगा और मेरे को मेरे जज्बात से और मेरे ख्यालातों से जाना जाएगा. मुझको मेरी हर चीज़ के लिए आवाज़ उठाने के काम के लिए जाना जाएगा. इन लोगों को कैसे जाना जाएगा? ये वो लोग हैं जो देश की तरक्की नहीं देखना चाहते थे, जो ये लोग थे जो मातम करने बैठ जाते थे, जो ये जो विलाप करने बैठ जाते थे. तो कोई बात नहीं, एवरीवन can enjoy their own existence. Take care. All the best.
Absolutely, sir. And we want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. Fact is that you've always fought head on from day one. And like you say that when these people get disturbed on the success of a film like this, it only elevates the film more. Thank you.
So we've just heard from the actor himself, Anupam Kher, calling out all these people. And Suesha, he does make a lot of important points. And we'll tell our viewers that on the bottom of your screens, you're actually looking at more quotes from that big Anupam Kher interview that has just happened here on Republic. Also, the cast and crew has been speaking up. So has the director. And this is what he has to say.
दोस्तों, कल इफी गोवा में वहां एक ज्यूरी के चेयरमैन ने बोला कि द कश्मीर फाइल्स एक प्रोपेगेंडा और वल्गर फिल्म है. मेरे लिए कोई नई बात नहीं है, क्योंकि इस तरह की बातें तो सारे टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, अर्बन नक्सल्स और भारत के टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वाले लोग हमेशा से बोलते ही आए हैं. लेकिन मेरे लिए जो एक बहुत ही आश्चर्यजनक बात वो है कि भारत सरकार द्वारा आयोजित भारत सरकार के मंच पे कश्मीर को भारत से अलग करने वाले टेररिस्ट लोगों के नैरेटिव को सपोर्ट किया गया और उस बात को लेके भारत में ही रहने वाले कई भारतीयों ने उसका इस्तेमाल किया भारत के अगेंस्ट. आखिर ये लोग कौन हैं? ये वही लोग हैं जो कश्मीर फाइल्स के 4 साल पहले जब मैंने रिसर्च चालू किया था तब से इस फिल्म को प्रोपेगेंडा बोल रहे हैं. 700 लोगों के पर्सनल इंटरव्यूज के बाद ये फिल्म बनी है. क्या वो 700 लोगों जिनके मां बाप भाई बहनों को सरेआम काट दिया गया, गैंगरेप किया गया, 2 टुकड़ों में बांट दिया गया, क्या वो सब लोग प्रोपेगेंडा और अश्लील बातें कर रहे थे? जो पूरी तरह से एक हिंदू लैंड हुआ करता था, आज वहां हिंदू नहीं रहते हैं. उस लैंड में आज भी आपकी आंखों के सामने चुन चुन के हिंदुओं को मारा जाता है. क्या ये प्रोपेगेंडा और अश्लील बात है? यासीन मलिक ने अपने टेरर के जुर्मों को कबूल करके आज वो जेल में सड़ रहा है. क्या ये प्रोपेगेंडा और अश्लील बात है? दोस्तों, ये बार बार सवाल उठता है कि कश्मीर फाइल्स जो है वो एक प्रोपेगेंडा फिल्म है। मतलब वहां कभी हिंदुओं का जेनोसाइड हुआ ही नहीं। तो आज मैं विश्व के सारे बुद्धिजीवियों को, इन अर्बन नक्सल्स को चैलेंज करता हूं, इन महान फिल्म मेकर जो इजराइल से आए उनको भी चैलेंज करता हूं कि कश्मीर फाइल्स का एक शॉट, एक डायलॉग, इवेंट कोई अगर प्रूव कर दे कि ये पूरी तरह से सत्य नहीं है तो मैं फिल्में बनाना छोड़ दूंगा। दोस्तों, ये लोग हैं कौन जो हमेशा भारत के अगेंस्ट खड़े होते हैं? ये वही लोग हैं जिन्होंने मोपला का सत्य किसी के सामने नहीं आने दिया, जिन्हें डायरेक्ट एक्शन डे जहां लाखों हिंदू मारे गए थे उनका सत्य सामने आने नहीं दिया, कश्मीर का सत्य सामने आने नहीं दिया। ये वही लोग हैं जो भारत में कोविड के वक्त जलती चिताओं को चंद डॉलरों में बेच रहे थे, और आज जब मैंने वैक्सीन वॉर को अनाउंस किया है तो उसके अगेंस्ट खड़े हो गए। पर मैं डरने वालों में से नहीं हूं। आपको जितने फतवे इशू करने हैं करिए, लेकिन मैं लड़ता रहूंगा। जय हिंद।
90 की जो माइग्रेशन थी वो सारा प्रोपेगेंडा था, जिसमें गरुओं को मारा गया, नीलकंठ गुंजू था, उसमें सबसे पहले टिकलाल टिपलू था, भट्ट साहब थे अनंतनाग में, उसको मारा गया, CID अफसर थे, इंस्पेक्टर थे, तो उनको मारा गया। क्या वो सब गलत था? अगर वो गलत है तो फिर तो फिल्म ठीक गलत होगी। अगर जो ओरिजिनल किलिंग्स हो गए वो गलत है तो सब फिर ठीक होगा।
क्या लगता है आपको, वो लोग क्या कुछ लोगों को शील्ड करना चाहते हैं तभी ऐसी बातें करते हैं?
ये शील्ड की बात है ना, जो उसको हकीकत को आप कैसे टाल सकते हो? जैसे हमारे लड़का राहुल भट्ट को 10 आदमियों के अंदर ऑफिस में मारा गया, अगर वो गलत है तो फिर ये फिल्म भी गलत है। फिल्म में ऐसा कुछ नहीं दिखाया गया जिससे किसी का हर्ट जो है वो जख्मी हो जाए, मतलब वो दिल परेशान हो जाए कि भाई गलत है। जो हुआ है वही तो दिखाया है। हाँ, इसमें अब फिल्म के नाते से कुछ बड़ा चढ़ाकर बोल सकते हैं, वो तो हम, लेकिन जो ओरिजिनल बेसिक चीज जो है तो वो तो है।
तो आपको क्या लगता है कुछ लोगों को क्यों परेशानी हो रही है जो बार बार ये कह रहे हैं कि गलत दिखाया गया, ये किया गया? क्या वो लोग उन लोगों की मदद करना चाहते हैं जिन्होंने ये सब किया था, उन्हें क्लीन चिट देकर?
यही तो वो चाहते हैं, यही तो वो चाहते हैं कि वो असली वो जो हकीकत है उसको दबाकर एक नकली प्रोपेगेंडा बनाकर उनको बचाया जाए। ये
आपका क्या संदेश रहेगा उन लोगों के लिए?
मैं बोलता हूँ हकीकत पे मबनी जो भी फिल्म हो और भी बनानी चाहिए जो हकीकत सामने आ जाए। अगर एक बंदे को दफ्तर के अंदर मारा जाता है, राहुल भट्ट को दफ्तर के अंदर मारा जाता है, बीइंग ए हिंदू, टारगेटिंग के लिए की गई, तो वो गलत नहीं है। अगर उनको वो गलत नहीं दिखाई देता तो फिर सारा सही है। फिर जो उनका है वो जो आज तक 90 का दौर हुआ, 90 में संग्रामपुरा में, 97 में संग्रामपुरा में एपिसोड हो गया, 7 आदमी मारे गए, उनको घरों से निकाल गया रात के 12 बजे निकाल गया। क्या वो गलत था? अगर वो सब गलत है तो फिर फिल्म फेयर अवार्ड देने वालों को ये तो उस पर राय खुली देनी चाहिए।
How do you see these comments that have been made by the Israeli filmmaker at the film festival against the Kashmir files?
So good morning, and I was there in Goa last night. Ambassador and I, with a lot of people, and saw fantastic films. Father was there, and I told you frankly, I saw Kashmir File, and in my point of view, it's a completely not propaganda. To use such a word, even in Hebrew, make my body shivering. And I don't think it's a right word. We can have a completely different opinion, which is okay. I saw the film. Tears come out of my eyes when I saw the film. It was not an easy film to watch. And I have a good relations with Anupam Kher. He became a friend of mine. Of course, Vivek and Paravi Joshi, all the cast of Kashmir File, we are a close friend. And for me, it was a very sad day to hear Nadav Lapid saying something like that, frankly.
Right. Do you think that the filmmaker perhaps should have desisted from using the word propaganda at least? Because if he was commenting on the style of filmmaking, that was a different thing. But he, in a sense, did seem to be questioning the very narrative of what happened in Jammu and Kashmir and essentially the exodus of Kashmiri pundits.
First of all, as far as I understand, and I think that it was the opinion of the committee, not his personal. It's a personal view of Mr. Lapid.
And this is the breaking news that we just got across too. We are learning that after the YSRTP chief earlier, YSR Sharmila was arrested in Hyderabad after the entire high drama. It's this video now that has surfaced. Her mother apparently has also been put under house arrest, is what we are learning now. Her mother, remember, was to start for the SR Nagar police station where her daughter is right now, and she was detained/arrested. There is no confirmation to that effect now. But now we are learning that the cops reached the residence of Sharmila's mother there, and she also has been put under house arrest. We'll quickly try and see if we can get Aneri for more details on what really has transpired. But a lot of high drama is what we still see there. That video is playing out on our screens. So is Sharmila's mother also now put under house arrest? The YSRTP, remember, again and again claims that you have the ruling KCR government running scared of her Padyatra. The reason why something like this has even happened. Aneri, what are we learning about Sharmila's mother? Where is she right now? What are we learning?
Well, Deepthi, what we have been seeing, Sharmila, who has been detained, Vijay Amma, via Sharmila's mother, was trying to come here at the SR Nagar police station, but now we see that police officials have stopped her there. She has also been now put under house arrest, is what we are learning. And also at the same time, I'd like to show you how the situation is here. This is right now where we are. We are here at the SR Nagar police station, and as you can see how the police has increased its security, as Vijay Amma also was trying to come here to meet the police, meet her daughter via Sharmila, who has been taken in custody by the police officials. So definitely now we'll have to wait and watch, because they have been seeing that via Sharmila, who was trying to stage protest against the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Now we see that she has been detained. She was not coming out of the car, and so later they had to break open the door at the bias. And also not to forget, the car in which YS Sharmila was treated, the car was also towed. There was a crane which was called in to move the vehicle from there, and also after that we see that YS Sharmila was brought here at the SR Nagar police station. This is the current situation. This is the very police station where we see that security has been deployed, extra forces also put up, and YS Sharmila's mother has also been put under house arrest as she was moving out to meet her daughter.
Yes. So Aneri, we are looking at that image right now on our screens, and why don't you stay with me? I also want to say good evening to Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao of the BJP, who's joining us right now, Aneri, and then I'm just going to come back to you quickly. Mr. Rao, how would you respond to this entire fracas that has played out? You know, this is Sharmila, who initially said that she is being targeted. Why? Because the KCR government is running scared of a Padyatra. Now, I do remember even the BJP wanted to take out a Padyatra, and until you went to the court and the courts intervened, even you weren't allowed to take forward your Padyatra.
We are actually led to compare apples and oranges. Actually, much beyond that, because see, CM KCR is playing a game both with the people of Telangana, the political parties, and even the media. Because Sharmila has nothing at stake in Telangana. Sharmila's political party has no relevance, and she has no traction. There are no leaders, there is no ideology. It is just a single woman-run small unit, which is just about going around Padyatra without any connect to the people. So now by arresting her, by attacking her office, she is being made to be someone so that the narrative which is towards BJP in the state is being subverted. So KCR is playing the politics of distraction and trying to hijack the narrative of BJP and the traction of BJP to undermine BJP. And he is drawing a bigger line so that Sharmila can become somebody more, more capable of dividing his opposition vote. So it's a petty game of politics. And
Mr. Rao, you're making a big charge. You're making a big charge, sir. You're saying that YSR Sharmila and the ruling KCR government there are working in tandem. Are you saying this is a fixed match to ensure that the BJP is kept out of the state?
Sharmila is working
Mr.
for
Rao.
CM KCR, and both of them are playing this game so that, she can actually undermine Bharatiya Janata Party and try to cut the, opposition vote. See, we have started our yatra today. Our president is on the ground, and instead of covering Bharatiya Janata Party by creating this ruckus, they are leading the entire media in a wrong direction. So that's what Bharatiya Janata Party believes.
Rest assured, the media does not follow any politicians or netas' directions, sir. It's the media's job to ask these questions. It's the media's job to show every story that is important. The reason why it was important to have your perspective on that story, but as always, thank you for speaking to us. So the BJP making that big charge, alleging a fixed match between Sharmila and KCR. As we head into a quick break, a lot of action. Also remember, in Gujarat, it's the last day of campaigning before the first phase of polling on the 1st of December.
भैया जी हमला। भैया जी 10 गोलियां ले ले।
गोलियां नहीं रज्जा, गोली।
पर बाहर तो 10 लोग हैं।
10 हो या पूरी बस, अब तो बस 1 है तो डन है। इसको कोई वॉचो वॉच कराओ। जब वॉचो में मिले ढेर सारे OTT ऐप्स एक ही प्लान में, तो हर कोई बोलेगा वॉचो 1 है तो डन है।
वॉचो प्लान स्टार्टिंग एट जस्ट 42 रुपीज पर मंथ। आज ही सब्सक्राइब करें और पाएं सिलेक्ट प्लान्स पर 1 महीना कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री।
India's biggest fashion sale is back. Biggest deals on sneakers, yes. Should have splurged a little less. EORS.
Fashion's biggest deals, yes.
The Myntra Indo Business Sale is back.
इससे बड़ा सेल नहीं मिलेगा।
Wish list now.
यार अजय, look at your dad. हम इस उम्र में ऐसे रहेंगे क्या?
बिल्कुल रहेंगे, अगर पापा जैसी सही प्लानिंग की तो।
जैसे कि?
मेरे पापा ने इन्वेस्ट किया LIC के जीवन अक्षय में, जो दे रहा है इमीडिएट और गारंटेड एन्युटी एट रेगुलर इंटरवल्स, जिंदगी भर के लिए।
वाह, पर हमें तो इस एज तक वेट करना पड़ेगा ना?
बिल्कुल नहीं, हमने तो अभी इन्वेस्ट किया है LIC के न्यू जीवन शांति में, जो हमें देगा डिफर्ड एन्युटी, मतलब कुछ साल बाद से रेगुलर इनकम।
I see.
LIC
के एन्युटी प्लान्स दे एन्युटी ऑप्शंस और नियमित इनकम पाने में फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी भी। LIC हर पल आपके साथ।
जागो रे मतदाता जागो, देश के भाग्य विधाता जागो, दिल्ली ने दी है आवाज, दिखलाओ अपना अंदाज। मतदान करो, मतदान करो, इस लोकतंत्र का मिलजुल के सम्मान करो तुम।
लोकतंत्र का सम्मान करें हम, आओ मतदान करें हम। 4 दिसंबर 2022 रविवार, पोलिंग बूथ आना न भूलें। राज्य निर्वाचन आयोग दिल्ली द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
या तो पास्ट को पकड़ के बैठे रहो या फ्यूचर देखो।
गुड लक।
लक वो तो खुद बनानी पड़ती है।
All right, we are seeing pictures coming in of Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath carrying out a roadshow in Godhra. It's significant because Godhra was the epicenter of 2002 batch. And also because traditionally Godhra has been a Congress bastion till the time that the sitting Congress legislator C.K. Raoulji switched to the BJP in 2017 and he is again contesting. 2017, of course, BJP won. But before that, for 3 elections, it was C.K. Raoulji winning for the Congress party. In the pictures, we are seeing crowds coming out, Godhra turning into a sea of saffron. Obviously, with the UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, the firebrand saffron leader of the party, carrying out the roadshow, it is expected. What is important is that Godhra has a substantial minority population, and we know, of course, the history. In fact, C.K. Raoulji In fact, C.K. Raulji is by the side of UP Chief Minister in these pictures, and it's interesting the kind of crowds the UP Chief Minister is attracting. On that note, a short break. We are right back with the roadshow of UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath in Godhra and Gujarat.
भैया जी हमला। भैया जी 10 गोलियां ले ले।
गोलियां नहीं रज्जा, गोली।
पर बाहर तो 10 लोग हैं।
10 हो या पूरी बस, अब तो बस 1 है तो डन है। इसको कोई वॉचो वॉच कराओ। जब वॉचो में मिले ढेर सारे ओटीटी ऐप्स एक ही प्लान में, तो हर कोई बोलेगा वॉचो 1 है तो डन है।
वॉचो प्लान स्टार्टिंग एट जस्ट 42 rupees per month। आज ही सब्सक्राइब करें और पाएं सिलेक्ट प्लान्स पर 1 महीना कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री।
Prepare your kids for the changing season. Prevent flu with annual vaccination. Consult your pediatrician for more information.
India's biggest fashion sale is back. Rock that print, pinch that dress, show you my fashion flex. EORS.
Fashion's biggest sale, yes. The Myntra Indo Reason sale is back.
इससे बड़ा सेल नहीं मिलेगा. Wish list now.
मेरी नजरों से चुना, तेरी हरकतों से सुना,
वो सपना जो बुना तुझे लगा गुनगुना।
कभी जीती तू, कभी मैं हारा, फिर भी खूबसूरत है ये नजारा, क्योंकि इसमें है खुला
कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।
इसलिए ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स, सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा। अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Innovations that are intuitive. Inspired by our today, we design your tomorrow. Some said electric is the future. We said, why stop there? Everyone looks at the world today. But at Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
It's like a propaganda, vulgar movie, inappropriate for an artistic competitive section.
Mega controversy over Ifi jury head remark. The Israel filmmaker calls it a propaganda.
मीर फाइल्स के बारे में उन शख्स को मैं कहूँगा कि भगवान उनको सद्बुद्धि दे, गणपति जी उनको सद्बुद्धि दे, थोड़ी अकल दे।
Big insult to Kashmiri pundits. Filmmaker Vivek Agnihotri, actor Anupam Kher lash out on the Ifi jury head. Massive drama unfolds in Hyderabad as YSRTP chief is arrested again after her car forcefully was opened.
हर जगह कितने हैं भाई? क्या आपके रावण के जैसा 100 मुख है? क्या है? समझ में नहीं आता।
Big election controversy breaks out in Gujarat. Kharge compares Prime Minister Modi with Ravan. Mega NIA crackdown across nation, raids in Delhi, UP, Punjab in connection with gangsters. Amid the ongoing border row with Maharashtra, Bombay to meet JP Nadda today. very good afternoon and thank you for tuning in. You're watching the news at 4:30. I'm Sonia Samant and we begin this edition with breaking inputs we are receiving on the Shraddha murder case. The latest, of course, being that Aftab's polygraph test is now over, and details coming in of how the narco test is to be conducted on the 1st of December. Yes, that's the latest input that has just come in, as sources in the police say that it is a challenging case and the evidences in terms of DNA sample is what the entire case rests on. Piyush is now joining us live on the broadcast. Piyush, details of what your sources in the police are saying. The polygraph test is over, the narco test on the 1st of December, and they're also looking into the fact of whether Aftab had an accomplice or not.
So yes, good afternoon, Sonia, and you rightly said that the polygraph test after 5 rounds is finally over, and from here on, now the narco test is going to be conducted for Aftab. Now, the Delhi police has filed a petition at the court for getting this narco test done on December 1, and this has been accepted. So yes, now after a lot of process which was required for the polygraph test, after a lot of time, now the narco test is going to be held most probably on December 1. Now, having said that, yes, the Delhi police now is trying to collect all the evidences, all the physical evidences, all the digital evidences that may help them in nailing Aftab. And in this, the polygraph test was one of the first and one of the foremost evidences which they wanted so that they can get some important and vital leads from the testimony that was given by Aftab. Now, another thing which is very perplexing for Delhi police is that are there more accomplices which was involved with Aftab in committing this ghastly crime, this gruesome crime? Because whatever one say, for doing this kind of crime, you cannot do it all by yourself. You do require an accomplice, if not involved directly in the murder, so definitely in trying to accompany you and trying to guide you. So yes, the Delhi police is also in the process of finding out that is there any accomplice who helped Aftab in this case or not. So far, they haven't found any success, but yes, the investigations are still going on. And lastly, the most important pieces of evidences now also hinges upon the DNA report and the forensic report.
सर, राहुल गांधी ने कल एक बयान दिया है। राहुल गांधी ने क्या सच्चाई बताई, क्या मानते हैं?
सर, दोनों ही नेताओं को एसेट बताया, उन्होंने कहा कि आपको एसेट बताया कांग्रेस पार्टी का।
लेकिन और नेता जो बयानबाजी कर रहे हैं,
देखिए बात सुनिए, अगर राहुल गांधी जी ने कहा है, वो हमारे सबके नेता हैं, जब राहुल गांधी जी ने कहा है एसेट है तो फिर एसेट है, फिर डिस्कशन किस बात का? हमारी पार्टी की सबसे बड़ी खूबी रही है आज़ादी के पहले, आज़ादी के बाद में, जो नंबर 1 नेता होता है उसके डिसिप्लिन में पार्टी चलती है। जो कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष होता है उसके डिसिप्लिन में पार्टी चलती है। हमारे यहाँ उनके कहने के बाद में कोई गुंजाइश रहती नहीं है और पार्टी में तरह। तो जब राहुल गांधी ने कह दिया कि एसेट है तो हम सब एसेट ही हैं।
सर, उन नेताओं के बारे में
बल्कि ये भी है, वो हम लोगों के साथ में उनके माने ये भी थे, हर कार्यकर्ता एसेट है, हम कार्यकर्ता एसेट है। अच्छी बात कही है, दोनों नेता एसेट है, इसका मतलब बाकी लोग भी फॉलोअर भी एसेट हैं, सब एसेट है, तो सब मिलके यात्रा को भी कामयाब करेंगे। और अगला चुनाव जो है 23 का मुख्य मुद्दा वो है, वो हम जीत के बताएंगे, प्रदेशवासी साथ देंगे हमारा, क्योंकि इस बार माहौल हमारे पक्ष के अंदर है। जो योजना हमने बनाई है, ऐसी योजनाएं शिक्षा की हो, स्वास्थ्य की हो, किसानों की हो, मैं समझता हूं कि महिलाओं के लिए हो, युवाओं के लिए हो, छात्रों के लिए हो, ऐसी योजनाएं देश में कहीं नहीं बनी है। और वो योजना गांव-गांव तक पहुंचने लग गई है, उसका लाभ भी हमें मिलेगा, आप देखेंगे। इसलिए मैं कहीं दौरे करना चाहता हूँ तो पहली बार मैं देखता हूँ एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी रेस्पॉन्स पब्लिक का है। सब सड़कों पे आके लोग मिल रहे हैं, हाथ मिलाते हैं, स्वागत करते हैं। इसका मायने क्या हुआ? इसका मायने कि हमारी सरकार आ रही है। और आप सबसे मैं अपील करूंगा